Now, I feel like the title is going to ruffle many people's feathers, but the first thing I have to say is I've manifested some crazy shit. Like getting a full ride scholarship out of the blue, and then manifested getting on the track team at a D1 school after just walking on. Also, hitting my first $10,000 month after deciding I didn't want to be at that school I manifested a full ride at. You know, I wanted to be online and do this thing on TikTok, and I manifested a crazy amount of money for it. I also manifested the money that got me in the program that helped too much shit. Okay, I manifested way too much stuff. And the thing that I learned is when I say richer than God, you are God. That's the first thing you have to understand. If you believe in a God that's separate from you or whatever it may be, even thinking from a religious standpoint, think about this. If God made you in his image, what makes you think that the same power that God used to create you is within you? That's the first thing you have the first step that you need to step into. But the second thing is, if you know about manifestation and you know about affirmations, law of assumption, law of attraction, I'm about to go off the rails really quickly because none of that matters. It is the law of whatever the fuck works. You are in control. You are source. You are God. So it's up to you to create whatever it is that you want. And there are no labels. You live within the confinements of the labels you create for yourself, the restrictions that you create for yourself. So with that being said, let's get into this video, okay? The first thing I want to talk about is you stepping into your God state when you are doing your affirmations or your visualizations or whatever it is that you're using to saturate your mind with the idea that you have exactly what it is you want and you need to live from that version of you that has it. But stepping into the God state, I need you to understand something. You are not your mind, you are not your body. You are the soul behind it all, okay? When I'm stressed, when I'm worried, all I literally have to do is close my eyes and say, I am not the mind and I am not the body. And I'm telling you, something else kicks in. The thing that is viewing my thoughts, the thing that is viewing my body is what kicks in. And it's like the power to manifest is amplified because you understand that I'm not the animal that has to move throughout this reality to make things work. All you have to do is saturate your mind with your wish fulfilled. If you desire to make more money in your business, or manifest money for school, manifest a new job, manifest a raise, you have to step into that God state and know, I am that version of me that is there. Your brain doesn't understand the difference between reality, the real and the fake. When you imagine something and you really get yourself into that state and saturate your mind, you will feel like you're actually there. You notice how you may be watching a movie and they say that they use certain sounds to make you feel like you're actually there and make you afraid. It's the same thing. Your brain is in fight or flight regardless. But it doesn't matter because what's happening in front of you, those words, those sounds are so powerful to where it creates its own reality in your head. And it's the same thing with those thoughts that you repeat on a day-to-day basis. What is it that you're telling yourself you have? What is it you're telling yourself that you don't have? And there are only two seats that you can sit in. You can't be in the middle. So it's either you have what you want or you don't have what you want. Something I started doing recently is what I like to call an internal audit. I literally go within my head and every single thing that I think during that day, I'm writing it down. And if it doesn't align with my desired reality, I have to cut it out. This is exactly what you have to do. And the reason why people hire people like me is to figure out what it is they're thinking. What is in my story that is telling me I can't do it? Because for some reason, some people get into this and they're like, I don't understand why I can't manifest. I'm visualizing, I'm affirming, I'm meditating, I'm doing every single thing in my power to tell myself that I have it. I'm affirming 50,000 times a day, but for some reason I don't have it yet. The reason why is because you don't see what is blocking you. We have a program of thoughts that run on a constant loop every single day, and it's not necessarily I'm thinking this, I'm thinking that, I'm thinking that. It's this situation happens and my automatic response is that sucks, because I noticed myself saying that. I immediately cut it out. And y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, some crazy stuff happened over the last couple days that I don't even feel comfortable talking about it right now, but y'all will hear it later on. But you know, it's different responses like that that you don't see, that when you're able to write down on a sheet of paper and actually see it, and you can read through it once, twice, 3 times, the second it comes up again, you'll automatically know and you'll stop it. Your reality is coming from your inner world. That is the only way it exists, is from your inner world. There is no outer circumstance that is stopping you from getting to where you want to be, because it all comes from the inner. Every opportunity you need, every person you need to meet, everything you need to align will happen the second you align your mind. The second you align your mind. If you could live in your head and every single thing around you was falling apart, at some point, everything will come back together. And it all comes from your ideas. It all comes from the people and the different circumstantial changes that happen the moment you shift your mind. When you shift your mind, you will shift your life, okay? I think that is all for this video. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.